Literally talk hours about how great the Sega CD is, but obviously that wouldn't work for this video, so I'm going to keep it brief. This is a wide selection of the different units that played Sega CD games. Now, I already did a separate piece on Pioneer Laser Active, so that's not included in this section, but let's start with the Model 1. So the first version in the US of the Sega CD was a unique hardware unit, and not my favorite. It's definitely harder to get, but it attaches to the bottom of a Genesis Model 1, and a sleek looking system, but is not known for being reliable. And so this is the boxed unit. My box is a little beat up, but I got it for free, so I can't complain. And definitely had the old school Sega CD logo, and this is not the one I recommend. Definitely a higher, more collectible, and for that reason, I'm including it. What I do recommend, for multiple reasons, is this guy, and it is the Model 2. And here's the box. A good friend Brian Moy got me this box. Again, he donated it to me. I appreciate it. And the box is fairly large and sturdy. It kind of matches the artwork of a Sega Genesis Model 2 unit. Now here's the unit itself. You put the Genesis 2 on the side here. And like I said, this unit is not far from perfect, but what I like about it is it's fairly inexpensive. That will cost you probably double of what it'll cost this. And the other nice thing, it included this and some metal plate attachments, and that would go on the side so that your Model 1 could sit on top and not look funky. And so I've had this unit, at least this particular one, for about 10 years, and it's a little dinged up, but again, it plays all my Sega stuff, so recommend it. They made several other units. This is yet another unit, the CDX. And the CDX is, I would consider, one of the more sought after for collectibles. It's tiny. It pretty much is a fairly portable unit. And again, it played Genesis and Sega CD all in one nice compact little unit. And I think that's why it's popular, for people with not a lot of space, able to hook up multiple units. And kind of a sleek little unit. Here's the box. Again, the box was donated, and I'm very appreciative of that. Came bundled with a bunch of stuff. Came with the he works with the Model 2 AV cords. But anyways, these are getting harder to get. They are collectible, easily, probably worth about $100. You can probably get a Sega CD Model 2 probably for, I don't know, $40 if you look hard, under 40. And then these, gosh, it kind of varies. Obviously, with the boxes, it really adds to the value. Now, finally added in this hardware section is another oddity, and that's the JVC XEye. And I don't know the whole story behind it, other than the fact that they made, also known as the Wonder Mega. But the JVC XEye is yet another version of a Genesis and a Sega CD into one. And the other cool thing about the XEye is it came with its own kind of blue controller with JVC. If you ever see a controller with JVC, pick it up, because these are worth, I would say, easily, you can easily sell them locally, $20-30 easy. Getting harder to find. Always nice to have. The XEye has its own just console design. The other nifty thing is they can be modded S video out. Actually, that's where it can be added. But It's definitely a kind of a sleek system. Excellent. The other nice thing about the XEye is it has non-proprietary audio-video cords. So, anyways, the hard thing about the XEye is it has its own power adapter, and you never find it. So that's it. That's the hard thing. You can't use a Sega power adapter for it. You have to use it, either the third party or the JVC one. I also wanted to show several of the pack-ins that came with the console. Some of the first pack-ins was obviously with the pack-in list right there. It would include the arcade collection, which is just pretty much Genesis games on CD, a little bit different sound. And then, woohoo, Sherlock Holmes. I think this game was made on like almost every early CD format, and I don't know, I'm not a big fan of it, but it came with that. It also came with a Rock Paintings like CDG sampler, and so it had music with like graphics playing in the background, and then pretty much a music sampler. So with some definitely 90s music on there. So so other pack-ins, Soul Feast, like an early shooter. They also made a cart version of it, named a different name, but obviously you can't do pack-ins without mentioning Sewer Shark. This is the Model 2 pack-in. You find this everywhere. Not a great game, but it's definitely a good example of what the Sega CD could do. And it was on other formats. Actually, other formats were better versions of it, but everybody got Sewer Shark for the Model 2. Prize Fighter, another pack-in. This is another kind of a full motion video boxing game from the first person perspective. It's also in black and white. It's a good game. Again, I'll show more games during the game section, but the CDX had some really neat pack-ins, and also kind of a pain to collect. So the CDX had pack-ins. They had the the Sega Classics, which included an additional Super Monaco GP, and then on the flip side, it included Echo the Dolphin, kind of a cross envelope. And then the other cool pack-in is one of the best games on the system, Sonic CD. And other thing to note is an easy way to tell is the Sonic CD, a red disc with a not for resale. Again, another way to show that. JVC XEye had several pack-ins. One of the special offers was the Compton's Interactive Encyclopedia. Ooh, used so much today. Some other odds and ends for Sega CD stuff. I have a multimedia studio music from Sega CD games. I don't know if it was like a promo or something, but I scored this from a friend who's in the industry, and definitely kind of an oddity. And then the other odd piece is a case, a rental case. And typically these were found at rental stores carrying the hardware. You could rent it, and you would rent them in these cases. I think Blockbuster was a good example of a place that carried these. But so that's the overall view of the hardware. Again, I recommend the Model 2 for price. I think price, you're getting the best bang for your buck. You're not spending a lot for the hardware, and you're able to experience Sega CD at an affordable price. Because like many of you, at least for me, I got into Sega because it was fairly inexpensive, and I was able to track down a lot of pieces at an affordable price. And so that's why I recommend the Model 2. And thank you for looking at this.